Recently on my Instagram stories, I asked you guys to send me your Black or African American OCs so that I could draw them in celebration of Black History Month. So today, I'm drawing your OCs in my style. I got a handful of beautiful entries, but sadly, I couldn't do them all. In the end, I decided to only pick 4. But don't get discouraged if you didn't get picked because this will not be the last time I draw your OCs. So first up, we have McKenna by Gigi. McKenna is a selfless girl who really goes the extra mile to care for other people and put them before herself. She does pottery and likes to craft mugs to give away as gifts to her friends and family. McKenna also identifies as asexual, loves playing volleyball, loves raspberry smoothies, and her favorite color is olive green, which is why I took a little bit of creative liberty and dressed her in an olive green t-shirt. I picked McKenna because when I saw her artwork, there was just something about her vibe that I really liked. She has this endearing, cutesy facial expression that just comes across to me as so soft and sweet. It reminded me a little bit of my own OC, Peyton, and I think that could probably be part of the reason why I felt so drawn to this character. I think out of all of the artworks that I did for this event, I'm most proud of the way this one turned out. Something about the way her face was painted just makes me really happy. Next up, we have a character named Danny by Kirky Monster. Don't be fooled by her cuteness, Danny is actually a vampire. In her story, she runs away from home with her adopted brother after a catastrophic event and eventually becomes part of an organization that hunts down evil people who use something called Fae power. She also learns how to heal and gets to learn more about the world she lives in, which is something she's always aspired to do. I picked Danny because I thought she was just too adorable. She's a cute girl that wears pink, has these big brown eyes, and this cute wavy braided hair. She's the exact type of character that I like to draw, and I really wanted to do her picture justice. I ended up drawing this character twice actually because I couldn't really figure out how I wanted the art to look. The first time I tried drawing her with a rabbit because in her character sheet it mentions that Danny's spirit animal is a rabbit. But I ended up not really liking how the art was coming out, so I scrapped it and started over in Procreate. I think the other thing that really drew me to this character, aside from her design and cute artwork, is just the charming personality that she displays through her poses. She gives off a playful, lively vibe, and I love characters like that. I wanted to keep that energy in her drawing, and in the end, I was pretty happy with how it came out. Next, we have Janani by Hara Jubilee. Janani is Hara's persona, and I love her backstory. Hara said that the reason she created Janani is because her and her friends were talking about magical girls, and they realized that almost all magical girls are only ever kids and teenagers, never adult women. But women, of course, can still be magical, so Hara and her friends made magical girl personas of themselves to represent that. She also mentioned that Janani dresses in alternative fashion as a way to represent brown-skinned girls who love to dress alternatively. I picked this character because so much of what her creator said really resonated with me. I really like alternative fashion myself, but I especially love what she had to say about magical girls because I love magical girls. I even have a few series of my own that I made over the years, from my childhood up until now. One of the problems that I have with the genre though is that, like Hara said, it feels like there's some unspoken rule that magical girls can only be little kids, and once you hit 18 or so, you're too old to be one. Interestingly enough, this weird ageism sort of trope doesn't even stop with just magical girls. It kind of exists in all forms of media, as I'm sure we know, and I even see it in genres that are primarily dominated by women, oddly enough. Like, I started reading romance books last year, and I found it really difficult to find heroines that are older than like 24. Needless to say, I don't like this trope, because it almost feels like we girls aren't allowed to be superheroes or have adventures or have thrilling romances once we reach a certain age, and I'm just over it. Life does not end for women just because we age. We still dream, we still have fantasies, and for a lot of us who grew up on shows like Sailor Moon and the Winx Club, we still really love that kind of thing. I know I do. So I would really love to see more innovation in the magical girl space to touch on topics like this. I almost never see it take any risk, which is one of the reasons why I got so bored of it. I could rant about this forever, but for now, I'll just say thank you to Hara Jubilee for creating a character that I can resonate with so much. She was very fun to draw, and she gave me a lot to think about. The last character that we have here is Blair by Musa. Blair is an autistic young lady who loves insects, but especially loves butterflies and ladybugs. I picked this character because Blair's creator is someone who tends to be pretty active with my content. I usually recognize them in my comment sections on Instagram, and they tend to reply to my stories more than other people do. And I really appreciate their support of my content in that way, so I decided to draw her OC as thanks. Blair was really fun to draw because I loved getting to paint her big fluffy afro. I love to make hair like this, and it's fun to play around with different kinds of brushes to make the texture stand out. I also took a little bit of creative liberty here and drew her with a ladybug motif on her t-shirt to match her earrings, since this character loves ladybugs so much. I just want to say thank you to everyone who submitted a character. It was really fun to see all of your cool artwork and read all about these characters that you love so much. I hope to see your submission next time I host one of these. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye!